I'm here to talk to you today about a Two Dogs tip on how to think about zero feedback buyers and why they could be beneficial to you. So, as you said, I got a close sign here. Well, you know what? I just prefer to stay open to business. And so what eBay allows us to do is have access to thousands, millions of people who are buying on their platform every day. But there's a lot of new people who are coming to the platform. And one of the things that I see a lot is people going onto Facebook groups and complaining before someone's even bought anything. Oh my God, I can't sell to this person. They have zero feedback. They're going to scam me. I know they're ripping me off. They've got zero feedback. I've seen so much stuff over the past year or two about zero feedback and how people, like all of them, are scammers. They're not. You know what they are? They're new. They're new to eBay. I know it might be surprising to a lot of you, but there's still a lot of people who haven't even tried eBay yet. They thought it was an auction place, and now they're thinking about it as a much bigger marketplace. Not only do they have collectible stuff, but now people are even coming to eBay for everyday purchases. So if someone's coming to eBay now all of a sudden, I don't know, to purchase something for their cell phone or to purchase like office supplies, and all of a sudden they think, you know what, maybe I'm going to look and see if I can find that strawberry shortcake doll that I had when I was a kid, or I need to replace this piece in this game that I have, or I'm thinking about having a dinner party and I'd really like some really nice mid-century modern napkin holders. Well, now they're looking at eBay. So they could have 1, 2, or even zero feedback. They might have come on for the very first time. So I want you to think about the fact that zero feedback just means that there's somebody new. Just like you. If you were coming on as a seller, the first time you're going to come on, you're going to be zero too. Everybody's not going to think that you're scamming people. They're just going to think you must be a new seller. Think of these as new buyers. We get about 20% of our actual feedback from new buyers. I just want to show you right now. I'm going to take you to a screen. This is actually one of our feedbacks that we've got right now, just recent feedbacks. And I want you to see what the very bottom feedback number is on here. It is a 1. That was someone who just purchased from us about 2 months ago. They obviously were looking for a baby blanket. Maybe they'd never been to eBay before. They found our vintage baby blanket for like $30 and they bought it. They got a 1. They were 0 when they bought it. They got a 1 feedback. You know who from? This guy. So I actually gave them a feedback. So I'm the first person to give them a positive feedback. But even take a look more. So normally feedback is only given to about 10 to 15% of the time you do a transaction as well. So don't blame someone if they have 0 or 1 or 2. In many cases, it still may be that they've had 5 or 10 transactions. They just haven't gotten feedback from anybody. One of the worst things as a seller, though, is to not give feedback. So what we've done is we've actually set something up to give feedback automatically to everybody. So what we do is now when someone pays us, we used to wait every time someone paid us, every individual transaction, a day or 2 later. Sometimes if we got busy, it would be a week or later or 2 weeks later. We'd go in and we'd have to post positive, paid on time, paid on time, paid on time. Now what we do is we've actually set up automated feedback. Because face it, it's really fair. They put their part of the bargain together, which is they ordered your item and they paid you. So this is what you can do. If you go into your seller hub on eBay, if you have a store, you can actually go down to the feedback section here. Let me just make this a bigger guy for you guys to see. And when you look at this feedback section, right at the bottom here, it says manage automated feedback. So what this does is this actually pops in the feedback you're going to give to everybody who buys from you. So this is as easy as it is. You click on this. Okay, you sign in, which obviously I did, and then sign back out again. And here it is, manage automated preferences. So all you have to do is click on this, automatically leave the following feedback. And I actually stored some comments in there. So it's going to alternate between these positive feedback comments, fast payment, great buyer, prompt payment. I've saved those comments, and now it's actually going to be in there so that it automatically does it when a buyer has paid for this item. As I said, you can leave it so you only give automated feedback when a buyer has paid for this item and left you positive feedback. But really, that's not fair because they did. You're just waiting for someone to give you feedback, and that's not really fair. They paid you on time. So you should be giving every one of your buyers positive feedback. It's very few of them will turn out to be a bad transaction, and you can always follow up with eBay if you need to see if there's a way to remove negative or neutral feedback. But if someone's going to leave that for you, they're going to leave it to you whether you left them positive feedback or not. And if they do leave that to them, they still paid you on time. So they still met their part of the deal. So I want you to think about that. I want you to remember that leaving positive feedback is a good thing. It can be done automated, which makes it fast for you to actually leave it. And it gives those people who have zero feedback a 1, a 2, or a 3. And it starts them on their way to having feedback numbers that are much higher. If you look again at our overall profile, you'll see we've got feedback from other people that is great. And some of these people have feedback that's private. They just don't want other people to know how many feedback they've got. That hasn't stopped us from selling to them. In fact, this person ended up spending over $200 with us on some Flintstones curtains. They've got 14. We've got an 8. We got 117. We got a 1,270. So that person with 8 has been only on eBay a very short time. So you got to remember, just because it's a 0 or a 1 or a 10, it's not a bad thing. So hopefully you like this Two Dogs tip. Comment down below if you have any comments or thoughts about giving automated feedback, or why you think we shouldn't, but why we think we should. Well, we think we should. You should. So comment whatever you want. We'll look at it and we'll respond back to you. And don't forget down below here to let me click on this one. Subscribe to the kennel, and you'll get notices whenever we post a video like this. And give us a big thumbs up if you can as well. I have to look over there because I'm still trying to figure this new StreamYard thing out. So this has been Baddog in the Kennel, and this has been our Two Dogs tips for today. Thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully you learned something, and you'll be able to sell now and keep your business open for business. Don't close it just because there is zero feedback buyer. Woof. Baddog out of here.